Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video. Greetings everybody, guys. Let's take a look at the Bitcoin again. Actually, to be honest, not much to talk about it since the last week, and as you see, within the week we have prepared just few updates, one, two times maybe through the week, just because nothing to talk about. So you could see the price action on Bitcoin by yourself. It's very slow, and actually this market just can't still complete our intraday target and still coming to the target. It is very slow, but fortunately it's stubbornly, and the market's continuing downward action. So on the weekly chart, from the technical point of view, guys, we have some important moments. So take a look what is going on actually on the market within the last month. So that is the trading range for the week. Just compare it to the previous trading ranges. So it was never so small trading range on the market. So as you know, and as we have written about it in our January fundamental briefing dedicated to the fundamental events on the Bitcoin market, it's really a big drive of the volatility on the market and liquidity. So all speculators mostly abandon the market, and only those who stand in keeping the physically the Bitcoin make some transactions and trading. So you could see just the trading volume on different exchanges and Chicago Mercantile Exchange as well. The futures on the Bitcoin, there's no activity at all. So and it means that the currently market is not interesting for speculators. That's the first point. Second, the major events that should have become the driving factors for the market, we talked about it in our briefing fundamental in January. So it's, as you know, the investors massively have expected the starting of the ETFs from the big international banks that should attract the money of the institutional investors in trading on the cryptocurrencies. Investors were waiting for starting of the new futures contract on the intercontinental exchange. But all major events have been postponed, and major international banks such as the Morgan Stanley, Goldman, all they point that they do not consider currently ETF opening on the crypto market. So they are watching, they are investigating, develop this, but they stand aside from the real steps of the starting and work on this market. Major opinion is that market has too weak regulation to initiate the active trading process with the money of the institutional investors, and big banks just waiting for the regulations from the Security and Exchange Commission, from the National Futures Association, but as you can see, everything that has relation to government authorities and provision entities. So this is lasts very long period, and it means that big shifts in this sphere hardly will happen anytime soon. That in turn means that the bull trend that we have talked about and that we keep in mind also postponed, and it seems that hardly we could count on any positive shifts on the Bitcoin market until in the first half of 2019. That is shortly what we have said in our briefing in January. So if you would like to know the details, if you would like to read some articles where some of them is really very interesting, you could visit just our thread and read it. So speaking on the technical picture, guys, here we have very important detail on the weekly chart. Despite this dynamic price action, this is mirror grabber that has been formed here. This grabber actually suggests taking out of these lows. It's not very important for a weekly maybe, but for a daily it's really very important because this is 31 lows, 30, even 31 lows, and breaking of them suggests the completion of our trading stop on the daily chart. And that also could become the starting point to our final destination point, ultimate target that we have here is 18 even, 2000 even area. So that's what we'll be watching for here in complete of this butterfly. That's what about the weekly. On a daily chart, on the daily we're still waiting when the market will complete this butterfly because it has started from the failure of the hand shoulders, and as we said, the failure of the hand shoulders as a rule suggests dropping below the head. That head, guys, particularly is these lows on the weekly chart. So this grabber suggests the completion of our trading plan on the daily, as I said. So market should drop below these lows. But this action rationally stands very slow. I suggest that this slow action is not the sign of changing sentiment in the market. This is just a sign of the lack of liquidity and drop of the interest of the speculators to the market. That's why action stands very slow. Another, why I think so is because, guys, market shows no reaction on major events that stand on the financial market. So recently we have the Fed statement, we have the non-farm payrolls, we have a lot of different data. So, but no reaction on this market. Definitely some important events has happened in the crypto world as well. So you probably heard about a lot of different hard forks and stolen money, hacking of the different exchanges. So, but all this stuff really mostly has no reaction in the price on the Bitcoin. So that also tells about it's too few money on the market that show any reaction on any event. So that's why currently, guys, mostly we still will keep an eye on the longer term perspective. So what I said about the weekly target and dropping below these lows, and on the intraday charts we mostly have the same feature. So that's our ABCD pattern that would suggest a drop to the 330 even. It's below these lows. This is XOP 1618 extension of our ABC top pattern. Market shows the classical action: 2 step forward, 1 step back, 2 step forward, 1 step back. So it's a bit slow, but it's still gradual and stable, and that makes me think that maybe later, but we still should see the completion of this pattern and reaching of this target. So that's what we could say currently on the Bitcoin. Let's keep watching. If any significant action will happen, we definitely will prepare the update. So if everything will stand as it stands right now, so probably we just will keep an eye on what will happen, but it will be not necessary to provide any updates on the situation.